Hello, everyone. This is Chozo, and it's my 23rd birthday today. Haven't accomplished much in these past 5 years. Like I've uh, I've been struggling to accomplish something. But if you check my Twitter, most people don't follow me on Twitter, but I still call it Twitter and not X because X is a dumb name that can't really be trademarked. That's why whenever people bring up X, it has to be referred to formerly known as Twitter. It's just a dumb name. Maybe people just used to it. Maybe people just used to it at this point. Mm. Speaking of, I probably check my Twitter right now. Mm. You realize just how long. No, no one's really here for my birthday, but okay. I got started. I got to start designing a wine cabinet for my. I said I got to start designing a wine cabinet for my comic. I'm for the comic I'm making right now. If if anyone even cares, I'm gonna make sure that all the artwork, all the panels and everything are done. Panels, lettering, everything's done before I don't think I'm even gonna crowdfund this. I might just use Ripperson if if Ripper allows it because keep in mind uh I might use Ripperson if Ripper even allows it because keep in mind I don't think I don't think he's gonna like the artwork because it's all gonna be CGI. Uh, it's been a struggle to make this. I don't I can't really show the post I made on Twitter showing what I'm working on at the moment on stream because then my computer gonna crash because this is not a good laptop. The fact I'm making a comic book using this laptop is all right. High the metal. Yeah, yeah. 23 years old today. You're there too, Ethereal. Uh, uh, as I was saying, I'm going to try to use Ripperson when this comic is done. I have a long way to go. Pretty much most of the year is going to be me making this comic book. Now I said I'm going to try to use Ripperson because I don't know if Eric July would accept CGI 3D asset comics once this is done. I'm currently building the props for the next scene. Yeah, the reason why this stuff takes so long not only due to the rendering, but and on this bad laptop here that can't even have multiple tabs open on StreamYard anymore, apparently. But also the fact I gotta manually build all the props for each scene. It's not just the character models. I gotta build the clothes. I gotta build all the props. Currently building a wine cellar right now. A wine cabinet right now for the scene where the next scene is gonna be in somebody's wine filled basement or something. Basement. That's all context given there. But then I also gotta have a CIA office scene as well for this comic I'm working on. The comic I'm working on is Red Hotel, whereas there's some bald-headed government assassin who's a genetically modified super soldier is sent in to kill some guy involved in money laundering. That's all the context I'm giving. There's more to it than that, but that's all the context I'm giving. If it sounds familiar, then you know where I got this from. Yeah, it's been building all these props. I wish I'm not. People might call me lazy for doing CGI, but CGI is actually more labor intensive than just drawing something. Because those are all the props I got to build. And I have to make sure each prop functions correctly. I can do this. I'm good at using CGI and making the stuff, but yeah, I can't draw. It's strange. I don't know if you think it's strange, but I mean, I don't know if any of you in the chat here think it's strange, but like I can't draw, but I can make CG models. Like exactly. So I have to make all the models themselves. Then I gotta make the textures and materials and materials basically the shading information and yeah, etc. It's a lot of work. But even when I finally get to the final render, it still takes a long time due to the fact that this computer is not very good. It doesn't have a graphics processor. I need a better computer, but I don't have the money to get it because can't find employment. Like no job. I don't even have that. I have signed. I remember last year when I signed for time multiple job applications and none of them called me back. No. So I just gotta try. I just gotta trug along until it pays off financially. Now, of course, most people believe I'm not an artist at all. Which, I mean, have you seen my post on Twitter? I mean, I even ask people what do they think of my designs I've created so far for Captain Metal. Of course, Of course, no one's seen that post, so no one's commenting on that post, so it doesn't really matter. Like, like um, I can make kind of somewhat simple characters and try to animate that. Uh, do little shorts, but even then the rendering still going to take a long time. Like I don't know if I even should, because I thought of another idea for a cartoon. If you don't know, another idea for a cartoon, and not Romo. It's got nothing to do with Romo and Krim, but it still involves a duo of characters. It will be called Normal Boys, and it would be about uh it would be about two little kids. Well, the anthropomorphic animals, still little kids in this world. A sheep and a rabbit, and they start off doing ordinary everyday stuff, but then something supernatural happens, and then leads to a big climactic battle at the end of every episode. Uh, Tell me in the chat if that sounds familiar. Yeah, but I would actually prefer that to be 2D animated, but I can't really draw. So the anime draw, I could do it CGI, uh, but again, building the sets, it's really the time and effort that goes into just building all the sets, building all the props, the sets, and how long that would take. Like I'll have to build so much, build so much. But I couldn't even get the voice. I probably can't get the voice talent to make that. Even I could animate uh animate that cartoon. Like even I did manage to build all the sets and stuff, and all the character models. I'll still have to find the voice talent. No, no, it's just the types. What types? Uh, what's that similar to? Well, I got the that idea of that from. The normal boys premise. I thought of. Yeah, there's so much stuff I just want to do, but limited either financially or technologically. Dillard. Well, I forgot. Yellow Flash and Dillard's new comic just came out. Uh, the Mighty Golden Patriot, which uh, which I have no interest in because I don't really know what it's about. I think it's pretty much being sold off the name of how big the name of the creator is. Because I don't even know what it's about. I know a lot of people are just going to buy it just because it's made if it's finally Yellow Flash made a comic book. But I'm not a fan of Yellow Flash. I don't really watch Yellow Flash videos or anything like that because like why? Because why would I? Yeah, I'm probably going to invite some people on this on this uh on this channel. I'll put the link in the chat right now. Inviting chat right now. I would try to invite Dillard here, but obviously you guys got bigger things going on right now and bigger channels to be on right now. So The makes me think. Still, no one has bought that art piece that art piece the buckler I made. I actually made the 3D model of the buckler, and then I traced over it. Uh, and that's how I got that poster you see my I post on coffee. Yeah, I did the same thing for ice on. The ice on one, I immediately didn't put as much effort into the model as I did with the buckler model. Hmm. I've been thinking about watching this cartoon that just called Being Puppycat, but not exactly sure. Uh, I've been holding off on it. It's several years old now. It's just kind of like Netflix puts out a whole bunch of stuff that's on the streaming platform, and it's obvious why they do that is keep people subscribed to it because don't the business model requires people to stay subscribed to it, even though they don't really have any licensed IPs anymore. So you just have to put out a whole glut of just random stuff that probably won't even get a third season. Some of these stuff probably won't get a second season. They have to put out a whole bunch of stuff that and just on the platform to keep you from unsubscribing. Now I never had Netflix. I probably never will get Netflix. But I prefer just buy DVDs. But well, if it's now on DVD, I'll just probably just pirate it. But being Puppy Cat's apparently part of that. Part of that just stuff is dumped on Netflix because none Netflix programming has any advertising, so you won't know it exists unless you're using Netflix. I mean that Normal Boys cartoon I pitched. I probably if I would ever make that actually make that full series, I would want it to be on Tubi. Like I would want it to be on like a streaming platform like Tubi that's just ad based, so that anybody can just watch it. Or if I couldn't get, or I can't get on Tubi, I actually might try to talk to a Fox executive, Fox Network, because they're still going. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, Kakaguri's I haven't seen Kakaguri. Kakaguri, I know Kakaguri is a fetish anime. This is why I'm not. This is why I'm not. I don't really care. It looks stupid as hell, but again, it's on. It looks stupid as hell, but then again, it's a Netflix anime adaptation. Of course, it's gonna look stupid as hell. As it goes about saying. Kakaguru is more of a fetish anime than anything else. That's what I assume it is. No, no, uh, uh, also, I still been just today I was playing both Infinite Factory and XCOM. Trying to build up my brain here. My first playthrough actually lost to the aliens. To the an XCOM, Enemy Unknown, not Enemy Within. When I start Enemy Within, I'm probably gonna record all my playthroughs, all my playthroughs of that. But I mean, I tried doing that with Fallout New Vegas with Harry Sneed, but no one really watched that stuff, that shit. While I was playing less like a stoner, I was doing like a stoner build. That's while simultaneously also doing a pacifist run at the same time. Yeah, yeah, I can do that. You can do that with Fallout New Vegas. The character creator is just the character options you get, and progression is just quite well done. So, but no one really watched that Fallout New Vegas run I tried to do. So that's a so I'm trying. I don't know if people watching more of XCOM. I just don't know. I don't know if I even record the parts of XCOM where I go into base management. When I go into base management and management building interceptors and building out the base and the facilities and stuff. I probably have to cut that out when I upload that to YouTube because no, I don't think anyone's even interested in watching that part. Just me launching satellites and stuff. I don't know if people are interested in seeing that. You probably just want to see the actual battles. Like the actual battles where people would be entertained by, not the not the see me try to appease world governments. I mean, all I know of Kakaguri, going back to Kakaguri, all I know of Kakaguri is that girls get horny from gambling. That's what that show is. Girls get horny from gambling. Um, I mean, yeah, there's probably ain't any kind of girls get horny from X thing. Oh, I'm almost surprised they could have an anime where girls get horny from playing baseball, uh, or girls get horny from tennis or something like that. I won't be surprised there's an anime about that. That's just kind of how anime works. Now, right now, as I'm scrolling Twitter, I've seen a clip from a new Pokemon anime. There's a Meow Scarada is a major character. Um, uh, um, yeah, Pokemon. It's been a while since I played that. I just got sucked at that count because there's a great strategy game. Uh, nah, again, I love strategy games that can challenge my mind as a player instead of just my reflexes. Uh, I remember yesterday I mentioned there's now rape in Star Wars. Apparently, I refuse to watch any Star Wars. Uh, uh, I didn't watch. I haven't watched any Star Wars since Last Jedi, as I mentioned before. But this Star Wars show Andor, which is kind of like Inglorious Bastards in the Star Wars universe. It's like a political spy thriller that's super R-rated and ultra dark and serious stuff, and it's set and it just happens to be set in Star Wars universe. Um, but Andor, yeah, Andor has a had an immigration officer, an Imperial immigration officer, tried to use his power to take the power to try to sexually assault the illegal immigrant. So like, I ain't bothered watching Star Wars. I'm not even going to bother to watch it, but just his hearing that's like, uh, there's sexual assault in Star Wars now. But I don't know. I didn't see a new Pokemon anime. Dragon. Uh, oh, High Real World Nation. First time seeing you here in one of these streams. Real Way Nation gaming clips. Yeah, I found, yeah. First time seeing. I know you from Vigilante Williamson. Yeah, he's a good guy. Just subscribe to him. I mean, I don't really care about Ash. Like it really doesn't mean. Well, I never really liked the original Pokemon anime. Though, I mean, I saw a little bit when my parents got cable again after such a long time when I was 12 years old. But maybe then I wasn't really interested in Pokemon. I was like, it was kind of whatever. But I didn't even really like Pokemon. I was like, well, as a kid, like whatever. Digimon, I was literally more into, but then that was such a long time ago. I was like 10 years old. I don't even remember did that. It's Digimon Fusion I was watching, but I kind of barely remember it. I don't even remember the characters' names. I mean, like is it Ash's daughter? Like, okay, who, who like what? Pokemon's not about Ash. Like Pokemon's a video game franchise where every game has a different main character. I mean, I honestly think Pokemon's a franchise is kind of limited by its target audience. Yeah, it ain't like it's limited by Nintendo because it can't. They have extremely strict censorship as to where as to strict guidelines to where it can go. Like it's like Star Wars is literally more mature than Pokemon, even though Star Wars is also a children's property. At least supposed to. At least Star Wars supposed to be a children's property, but again, it seems like the Tony Gilroy doesn't seem to care about that. Tony Gilroy, if you don't know, is showrunner of this Andor. Damn it, had asked me. Yeah, asked. Okay, and like okay, and was that doesn't mean but the anime okay the anime is kind of sort of iconic, I guess. Even then, I think the video games and the anime are very different things. But even then, the anime now we're trying to be more like the video games now. Okay, who cares? There's different different main character. Every who cares? It has to be Ash again. Or somebody related to Ash. Uh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I didn't put this in the description. I'm turning 20. Just turned 23 years old. if you're not aware. Damn, I asked Nick, like, why should I? What should I really? Yeah, yeah. That's the Ash story is over. It was the Pokemon wasn't the Ash franchise like Star Wars is the Luke Skywalker saga. Like Star Wars is Skywalker saga. Once you do anything else, there's no longer Star Wars anymore. It's kind of a problem. The Pokemon is Pokemon. There really is no main character. The main character in the first Pokemon game is a skin for the player to step in, so it's like he can explore the world of Pokemon. Even then, the mild stories you can tell in that world is kind of limited due to this policies, Nintendo's policies. But I don't know if it's Nintendo or Game Freak because like you can have because Pokemon's like aimed at 8-year-old children, so it's like so you can't really go as far as even your average Cartoon Network show in terms of content. Like Pokemon can't go as far as even the Avatar: Last Airbender in terms of content because it's aimed at such a young audience. So you can't really tell an epic story set in the Pokemon universe. You can only just have uh lighthearted antics and occasionally Team Rocket shows up. That's it, and they blast off again. That's kind of what happens in Pokemon. Now you see Ghost in the anime. Yeah, I put the invite link in the chat for anyone who wants to just to hop in. I assume nobody wants to because I haven't seen anyone hop in. Seems weird. God, I prefer not to do these by myself. Not do these by myself, but no one wants to hop in. So like, what? Okay, what? Like, it's my birthday. At least you jump on and say something. But I don't know. So, uh, also, apparently, uh, I'm not gonna. I don't know if should I search through the catalog of anime that came out in 2024 to find something that was that was interesting that I probably missed because I didn't watch Odd Taxi till about 2 years later. Odd Taxi is the one anime we had the walrus named Odokawa, and it was actually very good. But walrus named Odokawa, he's a taxi driver, and he actually accidentally gets caught up with the yakuza. Yeah, that was a great that was pretty good anime. But I don't know if that hit mainstream success. Well, I mean, in Japan it has a whole season that because this was made as anime first. The manga was based off the anime actually. Wow, Taxi. And then they made like a compilation movie that tells the entire story of the anime, which I don't know how you're gonna do that because it requires once one of those shows where it requires being a TV show in order to function. But at the same time, the story naturally ends at the end of season one, so you can't really have a second season. Ah, Dragons here.
Hello.
My Dragon. Yeah, I like. no Pokemon. The games have a different main character in every game. There's no. Uh, it's like why should it matter that there's new main character in anime? Do all these people not has people never played the games?
I think it's just because well, the thing is, as with the main character, it's just people are stuck on him, and everyone will be compelled to only him.
Yeah, this isn't like Avatar: Last Airbender where it's an original property, where it was just really designed as one
I think
story.
it's just
That's
like
not that's
people
not
just want. It seems like people just didn't want a new protagonist.
well, again, I don't understand it.
Okay, why am I? What's
I
that?
got I don't understand why people get upset. I mean, it's Pokemon. It's not even really gonna have a story anyway. The story is I bet the best guess the main character she wants to be the very best that no one ever was. That's it.
No, she's the new kid was completely different from Ash, and that's what's pissing off people. It's like okay, so basically,
What's the main
the
goal?
new series is more story driven.
Okay, so is it like a story arc? Like is it structured like a shonen, or is it still structured like an episodic? It's episodic. They visit new town. There's new Pokemon. They
It's
got a
more like I said, it's most story driven because there's the whole thing of evolving whole necklace that she got from her grandmother. And
Mhm.
the bad guys are after it.
Now who are the bad guys?
What are they called? I remember the name now. Like this really explodes. I think is the name of the group. Need to catch up on the show I'm behind. They're like, oh, Ash didn't need anyone's help because the thing is, okay, you know how Ash only had to deal with pretty much Jesse and James, or just or not even that who, well, not even that great of trainers early on.
They're not even great members of Team Rocket. I
Yeah.
mean,
Meanwhile, you actually have people of a high level Pokemon coming after the whole.
and if force consistency, I forgot what we said.
Well, she, people that are actually,
Nah,
competent
I
are
forgot.
coming after whole. So that's why she actually needs help because she's just a new trainer. Meanwhile, people with
Mhm.
fully evolved Pokemon coming after her, not
Yeah, you
just
got to ask. Yeah,
scrubs.
the joke. Yeah, yeah,
And it's,
exactly.
she's most shy and
I
nervous.
mean, yeah, exactly. But who are the bad guys in this one? Like what? Yeah,
The Explorers, I
but who
believe,
are the
is the
bad
name of
guys
the
in this
group.
one?
I believe they're called the Explorers.
The explorers. So like, I'm not even know. I don't know what to expect. That's why, cause I don't know if I'm interested in this Pokemon. I don't know if I be interested in watching the Pokemon. Because the story, they don't really try to tell narrative so much. They just have episodic plots that aren't really funny, about fighting fighting encountering some new Pokemon, and then we learn about that Pokemon, and don't sell the game. Yeah, that's it. We don't, but because that's why I really didn't like Pokemon when I was a kid. Like, why was it's not even interesting?
Yeah, it depends on the season. XY had this whole thing with one of its legendary Pokemon, and uh, one what is it? I'm trying to remember the name of the water subtle. Pretty much becomes the guardian of the region.
Mm.
Boy, and the one for Sun and was it Sun and Moon? They had the whole story arc with another legendary Pokemon, and the whole what are they called? Pokemon from another dimension coming into their dimension, and they had to stop them from rampaging and send them back. And then you have the whole. Then there's like the new professor is like has a romantic arc with a minor professor.
Mm.
Yeah, and it was less battle and more plot driven than the other seasons.
Mm. Again,
And one of the other kiddos actually was afraid of Pokemon, so they have the whole having to get used to them, and the whole mystery to why she's afraid of Pokemon.
um, but here's the thing. Well, I would want to create because I'm I think about making some Pokemon fan animations. Again, I'm limited by my technology. It's freaking hard. It's hard with this hardware here. The what I do with that, I actually don't mind downloading like some stock reading models. But I mean Pokemon fan animations, but the thing, yeah, but the thing is, they're not going to be. Uh, I want to tell stories about Pokemon where the humans and the Pokemon both have agency in this world, so they both read kind of like characters. Then as actual agents in the plot, and I want to tell plots in the Pokemon world.
I mean, like I
Yeah,
said, there was big plots done already. I mean, in one season, there was actually a group of Pokemon that were trying to take over the world.
a group of Pokemon trying to take over the world. Wait, what?
Yeah, that
No.
was the plot
What
line.
was there? What they was called again? I mean, I'm gonna Google that.
Well, it's I was trying to remember. It's the psychic dog type. They look like squids.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I saw that. I saw that when I was a kid.
I said Sun and Moon and which one is it? XY. I think are probably two of the most story driven of the Astro ones.
Yeah, Malamar. Yeah, I remember it. Malamar.
Yeah, Y and what was it? Shield is introduces a new co-protagonist called Go who wants to catch every Pokemon, and he has this whole plot where joining a group that are looking for Mew, and
Okay, but no, what I'm thinking of is okay, I want to do a story where a human policeman and his Pokemon uh try to catch a criminal who's teamed up with Pokemon to help rob places. And then eventually at the end of the story, the criminal Pokemon kills his master and takes loot for himself.
yeah, you could do that. I mean, the dog types are all originally called evil types.
I mean, I don't see dark types as evil. I mean, are they?
Oh, that's the thing that they're supposed to be called. They change if the direct translation is evil type, but they changed it
Oh,
because
I didn't know.
the whole backlash from the religious fanatics.
Wait. I'm confused. I'm confused. How's this is not demon type, it's evil type.
Yeah, it's evil.
Why would yeah, but why would religious fanatics complain if there's evil type Pokemon?
Well, they were already calling Pokemon demonic because of the whole how they look and things like that.
No, well, how they look? I like they're like demonic. Wait, did Pokemon don't look demonic at
Some of
all?
them do. I mean, look at like Houndour.
I don't even get it. I wasn't alive during that crazy period. I was born 2002. So a lot of stuff I wouldn't know. Like, wait, what do we mean? What do you mean demonic?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember exactly. It's like the whole catching them balls. Like the religious people are like just comparing them to demons because of that.
Wait, ball. What's that have to do with what the demons have to do with balls? I'm confused.
Uh, I don't know. It was just a bunch of mental gymnastics.
Mm. So wait. Does that mean when the EV turns into Umbreon, it's automatically evil? Does that raises so many questions?
Like I said, the dog type was originally supposed to be called the evil type, but the English version they renamed it the dog type.
Yeah, because a lot of it doesn't make any sense. Because why would bite be a dark type move? I would assume that would just be a normal move. And so when I hear dark type, I expect something supernatural, like a shadow attack or something, like energy leeches. Yeah, I expect. Yeah, now I don't expect a lot of physical moves be dark type moves. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah,
Yeah. And then once you
like
find
so
out
wait.
that the dog type was originally was supposed to be called the evil type, the weakness and resistance makes sense.
Also, again, also Max, also that means if an EV turns into an Umbreon, that Umbreon is automatically evil?
I don't think so. It's rather confusing how.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. Like, huh? No, I assumed dark type Pokemon just that, but I thought it's just a power, and it's not indicative of the Pokemon's personality. But if that is indicative of the Pokemon's personality, why? How come you don't just kill all dark type Pokemon? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I know Houndour is more evil than, but if again the fact that Pokemon that are partners tend not to be as evil as wild Pokemon or given the because of their
Yeah,
interaction
a
with
lot of Pokemon lore just
humans.
confused. A lot of Pokemon lore just confused the hell out of me. It's confused the hell out of me. Uh, it just confused the hell out of me. Like this world. I mean, there's jokes made on it. I've seen the Dorkly. If Pokédex were literal, then uh, if Pokédex entries were literal. The funniest one, most definitely, is the one where they had fire chick as evolution. It had Kentucky fried,
Oh yeah,
Canto fried chicken. Uh, so the guy ate the chicken and then he burned to death. It was funny, but uh, yeah, it was funny, but at the same time, I don't think it actually Pokemon will allow any of that. Uh, yeah, it's just that's the thing. Just like because I would have jokes like that, but I don't think actual Pokemon we will not allow jokes like that. Everything has to be ultra lighthearted. again, it's part of the reason why it's part of the reason why I think Japanese people, in regards to animation, can't do humor that isn't sexual. But at least I thought that
Well, the
tell
thing
something.
is, there was actually a. The thing is, Ash has died repeatedly.
But yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't. You don't make jokes. They don't make jokes out. They don't even have minor supporting characters die. So that's the thing.
Ash has actually met a few ghosts. There's actually this
Not
one special where he actually meets the ghost of a boy who doesn't realize he's dead.
I would actually have other characters. Like if I make this Pokemon animation, I'll have other characters who are no longer relevant to the story that get killed by Pokemon. Not extremely, not gruesomely, but still get killed. Like have like policemen and whatnot. Like
Well, with Sun and Moon, there is the Ash actually goes to another dimension, and the Alola region was pretty much destroyed by um one Pokemon.
mm,
Yeah, actually, I think it's the Black Hole Pokemon. It's a Dark Dragon.
mm, uh This Pokemon is like a weird. It's like a weird edge. You got to write so there's a conflict, but you also got to write it so that 6-year-olds can watch it.
I mean, there has been some screwed
So
up things like Sabrina trapping people, turning people into dolls.
okay, that's not really anything.
What's that sound?
No, now that's less intense than something like Yu-Gi-Oh. Something Yu-Gi-Oh. So I mean, like for example, having a name supporting character get killed by an evil Pokemon, and then he just stays there.
I mean, it is implied that some people have died, but usually that tends to get watered down because of the fact that folk kids are a bunch of pussies.
No, it's not even just 4 kids. I think it's Game Freak in this case. The Pokemon is it's Pokemon
Actually, one
because
guy
because,
committed.
because
One
by the
guy
time
did
I got
commit
to
mass murder in the games as like his backstory.
where who
In XY, this
I
one
said
guy
who
created a
which character?
machine.
This one guy, one guy. Like okay, no guy, you got no names.
I'm trying to think if he ever had they ever gave his proper name. It's like the last guy you fight. It's like after you become the champion, this guy challenges you, and his whole backstory is that like 1,000 years ago, he created a machine that sucked up the life force of humans and Pokemon, so he could bring back his Pokemon to life.
Wait, wait, how long is Pokemon World being industrialized?
I don't know. It's weird because of how technology is.
Wait, no, Pokemon World is weird as hell. Like how long is the world being industrialized?
I have no idea what's his name.
Like that's confusing me.
Yes. What's that guy's name? I think they ever gave that his name. So Sun and Moon, there was also this one Pokemon that it's like a robot or something, and it's like a century, if not more old.
Mm. I won't expect the problem is I won't even expect the content of Avatar: Last Airbender to make it into Pokemon because it's Pokemon's aimed at such a young audience. That's the thing. Can
I
you
mean,
elaborate on
Pokemon
that?
does seem like it's. I mean, the world of Pokemon is more advanced than our own.
I mean, obviously, but then again, how the hell, how the hell do people survive in this world? By the way, because I'm confused. How the hell do people have advanced weapons to handle Pokemon
They just use their
outside
own
just the
Pokemon.
balls? Uh,
I
like
think
does every
so.
city have a because I would think every city will have like a guardian Pokemon or something that kind of keeps the other Pokemon in line. Does
I mean, most
because
cities have a gym, so and not to mention you have the police force.
Yeah, because if it doesn't if a city doesn't have like a one guardian super Pokemon to guard that city, then I don't think that city should be around more than a couple years. Like 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 what the hell? Especially since bad guys can just use Pokemon was law abiding citizens. It could get pretty crazy out there. Like imagine imagine somebody uses somebody uses what's it called again? I forgot. Ditto. So I use Ditto to shapeshift the shapeshift it's a Pokemon to sneak somebody into a different looking Pokemon, sneak somebody's house. Uh uh sneak somebody's house and steal all their possessions. And then another Pokemon gets blamed for it.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then like there's so much stuff could just happen. Uh could just happen and if we actually start with the ramifications of this and then the yeah, but again, we're not supposed to think about it because again, it's meant for 7-year-olds. So
Using a black hole because I was a Gardevoir. That one that they're complaining about called the waifu Pokemon can create black holes.
no, everybody knows Gardevoir. I know Gardevoir already. Everybody knows Gardevoir. Man, how is it a waifu Pokemon?
Yeah, some people say it's hard.
Oh,
Okay, the one guy that Lily commits mass murder just so he can bring back his Pokemon is known as Captain ASB.
okay,
He's 3,000 years old. Over
okay,
3,000.
okay. Enough about Pokemon. Start. I want to talk more about my creative projects, but on my art skills, but no one seems to be interested in talking about it because no one even comments on Twitter posts that I've made of my artwork. Post my artwork when I post my artwork Twitter. Like no one seems to care. Then again, it's not sexual in nature, so most people just don't care. I don't even
Yeah,
know
but
what
no,
you. I
well,
don't
you
know anybody.
some, getting
I don't even
engaged
know
on
anybody
Twitter
thinks.
could be difficult.
I don't even know what anybody even thinks of the character designs. I legit don't know. No, no. I'm pretty sure you have seen the character designs, right?
Which ones?
For Captain Metal.
Maybe I think so.
The cyborg dude.
I think I have. It's okay.
Nah. Now, no one asking any questions about these characters or saying any comments on them or nothing. Uh, yeah, no one comments on my artwork because my artwork isn't impressive because it's not 2D. It's not drawing. It's not drawing. It's CGI. So it's therefore not impressive. So apparently CGI is easy. At least that's what other people say. I'm not sure. I spent months behind the computer to make the stuff.
I don't know why people
Months,
think
weeks.
CGI would be easy when people always complain about 90s CGI being terrible.
I mean, this looks better than 9 CGI. So
Yeah, Mortal Kombat Annihilation gets ripped apart for its CGI.
also it's not in reality. It's fully the whole thing is CGI. So it's more comparable like an animated movie. Yeah, but I don't have an animated movie budget. Uh, then again on the internet, I notice most people don't even talk about any comics. I know what's on inside any comic. Most people don't talk about it. That's not interesting. Apparently,
What do you mean? Nobody talk about indie comic books.
at least what's on inside what's on inside the pages. What happens in the actually happens in the comic. Yeah, most people don't talk about it.
I know they do with iconic comics. Some some of the other indies, it depends upon who it is, aren't that good, but people will just support them because they like because they're owning the left.
Common America. I actually read second issue. It was born. The second volume it was born. Also I got also part way through the third volume. The third volume it's not it's still kind of boring. It's kind of like a right wing version of the Barbie movie. That's what I see Common America as. And it's
Barbie
boring as
movie?
hell. Yeah, that's how I feel about Common America. It's like a right wing version of the Barbie movie. It's boring as hell.
I don't know how you go why you would compare it to Barbie since it's a match since it's in the magical gold genre, not technically.
What I'm saying is that the Common America comics come off as just some heavy handed, right wing commentary comic. That's what I'm reading. That's what I kind of get because all the entire plot structured around Common America, Carly Vanders wanting to be feminine, and everyone the world telling her that she's supposed to be masculine, and that's the center of much of the conflict, and she fights, and she has to manipulate. She has to manipulate the social hierarchy of people, social hierarchy of superheroes, and that's really what the story is about. It's a popularity contest basically. That's proper. That's the proper word that's used. It's a popularity contest, superhero popularity contest, and Carly Vandis wants to be seen as feminine. And wants to raise her femininity and her love and whatnot. Like this is why I find this kind of incredibly boring. It's not really about heroes versus villains. The villains you have aren't really that. The villains the Common America has aren't is really that interesting. It's like uh evil overlord CEO. Okay, I just don't. Like, I already forgot their names. Nah,
Linsky? That's just
Zelensky.
a Batsky? That's pronounced.
Yeah. I forgot. Nah, yeah. So I don't. So that's why I say it's like a right wing version of Barbie. I don't I can't really enjoy this or see it's just amazing or anything like that. Like it's just
Yeah. Yeah, Lonsky.
no lines. So uh I don't like the some political pandering ain't that. I just want to read read a comic book. I just want to read a story about interesting characters and they have to do interesting things to get out well the limited end. I'm not. I was not like I don't want to. I'm not interested in this whole. Sorry. I'm just not interested in this whole common America thing. My God. Uh, I think the main reason why people buy common America is because the main character has tits. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of kiddos have tits.
They all have huge boobs. That's kind of the main selling point of the comic. That's the only reason why he knew that's the only way people could buy the comic. Like Tim Lim knew knows what he's doing. That's the only way reason why people buy the comic is because the main character has big boobs.
Well, there's also the interpersonal relationships of the various characters.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. I don't really care. I focus on the team. I just want to follow one character as they fight whatever. I just don't really care about that. That's kind of a problem. I never liked the X-Men when I was a teenager. But do you think from what I showed you from what that design I showed you of Captain Metal, do you think that character is even a superhero? Or should I mark him as something else?
Okay, we show it.
You've seen the character before? Like you just scroll through Discord. You've seen the character before. I know you know you have.
Is that the guy with the
Again,
sunglasses and the cyborg arm?
yes.
Yeah, he looks more like a secret agent rather than a superhero.
Well, he doesn't look like a superhero, but he is one. Yeah, most of my characters don't look like traditional superheroes. To the point that I don't know if I should mark it as a superhero comic, even though that's basically what it is. Because Captain Mel's the next hero I want to focus on. I gotta get pumped up to start writing again, but it's not gonna be Captain Mel. It's gonna be one of his villains. I'm already working on a comic by one of his villains right now, age of 22. The star of this CGI comic I'm making. Then I got another villain comic coming after that. Well, hopefully, I will have try. I'm gonna try and get. Once I manage to get this age of 22 thing fulfilled. So I'm sorry for burping. Once I get this age 22 comic fulfilled, it's called Red Hotel. I'm also gonna try to make a deal with Dillard. Make a deal with Dillard to make another villain comic before Penetrator. Wait, before Captain Metal. Sorry, Penetrator is the name of the villain. Yes, Captain Metal has a villain called the Penetrator. Which was also shared for Dark Souls boss. I'm not even kidding. There's literally a Dark Souls boss called Penetrator. But I have a Penetrator as well, although he's very different. Still a demon though. I should probably like I really want Dillard to be here, but again, I don't know. Can somebody even contact him for me? Probably won't be invited to his next stream if he's trying to sell his book. That means I want to be there. But I mean, but I would love to be there. But the well, I don't know if I can. He doesn't respond to response to direct messages. So I don't know how would I even contact him. I don't even know.
No, I don't know him that well.
I mean, I wasn't on his channel frequently back when he streamed. So uh also I've been thinking I don't know if I should keep a storyline in one of my characters. Uh, I was gonna have an evil horny dragon storyline in one of my characters' comics. It's not Captain Metal, something else. I don't know if I should keep that storyline in. What, what do you think?
The evil ponytail.
Evil horny dragons.
What's the point of them?
Uh, it's kind of supposed to like a dark parody of Dragon Maids.
I mean, I don't know how well they would work.
Basically, they run some kind of brothel. And they engage in slave trafficking. And it's supposed to be a dark parody of Dragon Maids. So I have so I have so I have like this one's a bad comedian, and she and she crazy. This one's this one likes to eat people. This little one likes to eat people, and it's mean all the time. Uh, like emotionless all the time. But um, how do you feel about Dragon Maze anyway? How do you feel about Dragon Maze anyway? Because
Dragon Maid.
I thought the comedy was painful. Yeah, because I thought the comedy was painful now.
Uh, I don't care for maybe because of the fact of how bad the English dub is. I need to find a subtitle so I don't have to listen to all the bad political takes that they put into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just there's also uh there's also spin-off mangas like manga spin-offs there's one about Kana uh and her girlfriend Rico. There's one about Shota and Lukoa. I'm not even kidding. Then yes, confirmed that she's waiting for him to turn 16 for reasons. But Yeah, they are kind of officially in a relationship, them two as well. It's just weird. The whole point of anime just seems to be weird ships.
No, that's what the shippers do because even when two kiddos are just friends or frenemies,
Hmm?
they will they will demand that their ships be recognized by the mangaka.
Well, in the case of Dragon Maid, it's all canon actually. So that's the thing.
Yeah, but it's like
Like,
okay, you're familiar with My Hero Academia?
I watched like the first two seasons. I got bored very quick with that one.
Okay, do you think that there's any underlying tone relation romantic feeling between the main character and the guy and the boy that creates explosions?
Deku and Bakugo, no.
Yeah, the gay shippers want them together.
That doesn't. Yeah, I get. I know. I heard that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like why? There's no feelings. They don't have those feelings for each other.
I mean, any if they would be gay, they would just be abusive relationship. So I can't see Bakugo in a relationship
Well,
with
that's the
anybody.
thing. If you notice, a lot of gay relationship in popular media is abusive. I mean, look at in the last Power Ranger series where they finally created a gay Power Ranger. She's this toxic B world and C world who's a complete brat. You want to know what tragic backstory is? Her mother, who's a fashion designer, had her model clothes, and she complains to the other female ranger on the show, who never knew her parents, and the Red Ranger, whose planet was devastated by the bad guys and lost most of his original team. And they actually rolled it so that they felt sorry for her ass. Meanwhile, one of the friends from another season, his tragic backstory was he was a slave. But you have kiddos who are whose tragic backstory have been, the people have been genocided or they've been slaves, and it's like, oh, feel bad for me. I had to model, and I did not like it. I don't like girly things, and she's just terrible to her girlfriend, who she liked originally because of how great of an athlete was, but as soon as they started dating, she became nothing but just the supportive girlfriend. And Izzy wants everything her way. Oh, come on, let's do this. Do what I want. Do what I want. Me, 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 me. And people would defend her because most gay Power Ranger on TV. She's the most Ranger ever created. And yeah, well, we were like, well, what about this Ranger? What about them? They just say, what about this character? And they explain why that character's so bad compared to Izzy, when I can actually list 10 reasons why Izzy's a terrible person.
Mm.
It's like she does, like her and the sixth Ranger come across a abandoned military base. She finds something, goes, find those keepers! And is disappointed because she thinks what she found is just dog collars. And when the Gold Ranger finds a box of money, he goes find those keeper, and she's all pissed off.
Now, I only
And of course,
Power Rangers, but like it's like cause it's like this is so un uh I'm like just hearing it's like why is why okay yeah why even do this like can I just go back to them just find putties every episode seriously.
no, it has to be. Pretty much, she's as one person called her. I kept red over. She's a joke Sue. You know, she's a complete asshole, and everyone caters to her. It was like, oh, but they told her off when she thought the Sixth Ranger find those chemo. Oh, the Pink Ranger just yelled at her, and they go back to complaining about the Gold Ranger because he's spending money on himself because okay, he's been in cryogenically you know cryogenically frozen for 65 million years, so he has no forms of identification. So how exactly is he supposed to get a job or or anything? All his whole life was completely ruined because scientists created because his people actually created the monsters, and it's like he's trying to warn the Red Ranger before they become Power Rangers. No, the scientists are just scared, and they're just saying that they're going to listen to us. And he tries to stop the poster that's going to release the monsters, and the Red Ranger, his friend, completely like, oh, but I want to believe it, so I'm just going to grab you and stop you. And despite the fact, so it's like he has nothing, and when he finally gets something, he has to share with people. Meanwhile, Izzy can destroy his dress because it was meant to be this girlfriend's dress. Because I don't like all these things. She's okay. She literally took the skirt off of her suit because and the source material was supposed to be a guy. So the thing is, I don't do skirts. It's like, yeah, when you thought it's a 65 million-year-old artifact, technically, but because it's not what she wants, she thinks she can do, just damage it.
Um. One thing I don't. One thing I don't get. Uh, wait. How do you feel about some of the relationships? And wait, I want to ask. How do you feel about the relationships in Dragon Maids?
I
Mystical
really
Masters,
haven't
Dragon Maid,
watched enough.
or read the mangas and that. Because I really like the show, but I'm clearly not the target audience for it. I mean, I think it's seinen.
It might
Maybe
be
then
because
it's still
it does
not
involve
target
a
audience
lot.
for it.
The kiddos getting drunk quite a bit. Like I said, I tried watching the
Yeah, like it's
anime, but
about
I couldn't stand the American dub. So I'm not sure exactly how they relate to each other because I just gave up as soon as they saw they brought in the blonde one. And about patriarchy.
Lukoa. The main joke was that she's drunk. Wait, hold on. She's alcoholic. But also she's her main the main relationship she's in. She's with this little boy named Shota, as a wizard. He's a so this little wizard boy that she's trying to date. Uh, what? What? You know, no reaction there?
What do you mean? A romantic relationship?
Romantic.
How does he feel about it?
He thinks he's a sucker bitch trying to do some just to steal his magic energy or something.
And why is she going after him?
You said you, you, You cracked out a little bit. I think there.
Why is she doing it? So why
Say that
why
again.
does she want to date him?
Um, don't know why. I don't know why, but she wants to date him she wants to date him because reasons I don't understand. I think it's because I think it's because he's uh she feels and she feels like he has to be his guardian because he's dealing with magic. They and supernatural forces as a human, and she doesn't know how responsible he is. But other than that, she does want to date. Canonically wants to date him. That's that. Yeah,
That's just weird.
yeah. It's even whole manga about their relationship. Uh, spinoff manga.
Yeah, there are some
So
real last anime relationships.
no, but then there's also Kana and Rico, two little girls. Kana's dragon, one dragons, but she's dating this human girl named Rico who doesn't know she's a dragon, and that's the joke. Like not, are you following?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that she doesn't. Well, she's not allowed. Well, Rico's kind of not allowed to know that they're dragons. Even though Rico's attracted to nearly every female dragon in the show. So I don't know. But she just wants to date kind of. They did this whole comic about them, just about them as well. Spin off manga about them as well. So I'm like, wait, what's up? Like, what? I'm confused here. Because the point of anime seems just be weird relationships, and weird. And it's like a somewhat romantic comedy, but you have multiple different characters and multiple different relationships. Like, that's the point Dragon made. It's very weird.
yeah. It does happen at times in anime.
No, but then yeah, but don't I still ain't watched all Nichijou yet. It's barely got barely got I barely got through it, but I'm not barely got through it. I know I like Nichijou, but it's kind of hard when watching an episodic show. Like, you can't really binge it. That's not be binge. It's an episodic show. So I'm still yeah, I still relatively early on Nichijou. If you don't know what I'm talking about.
You know, the last anime I watched was The Red Ranger became a vet show.
But Nichijou's old. Nichijou came out in 2011. Those, if you don't know how long ago now, 2011 was, I was 9. We were 9 years old when this Nichijou came out. But it's one of the few comedy animes that I found that's actually funny. That's because it's not making almost none of it was based around sex. I had so that's which is weird. I don't even know why it's set in high school. They don't react like high schoolers.
Hmm. Why have I never heard of this one? Oh wait, Yeah, I don't know why I've never heard about this one.
I mean, then again, it's a comedy anime, episodic comedy anime that's very wacky and and has no fan service at all. That's not. I'm not even joking about that. Not even making it up. So of course
No,
it's not
it's
going to be
quite a,
very popular. The only comedy anime that I found was actually funny is One Punch Man. Because Nichijou and One Punch Man are the only two anime I found so far that actually tell jokes. Well, three if you count Mob Psycho. Yes, but that's made by the same person as One Punch Man. Yeah, but even then, like like one like One Punch Man and Nichijou are the only anime that actually tell jokes. Never actually jokes. Most of the anime don't actually have jokes. They just kind of just show nudity.
uh, well, like I said, the Red Ranger became an adventure. Another one tells. Well, this is. I don't know if it. I guess it's more of a situational comedy, like the wizard freaking out because of all the tropes of Super Sentai. Like, why are there random explosions happening behind you when you transform?
Uh,
And
I
then
don't
when
know. I think
yeah, then when she tries
is
to
it about one of the putties killing all Power Rangers somehow?
no, basically after the Rangers defeated the main bad guys of their world, for some reason the Red Ranger gets teleported to a fantasy world, and he has to help stop the Demon Queen.
Hmm.
There's not even a common Rider based character.
Yeah, it's based off Power Rangers. I get it already.
Yeah,
Let's sense that. So I understand what you're talking about. Um, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch second one of days immediately after we get off the stream. It should be very soon. Uh, um, yeah, but I actually think Mob from is a better written version of Free. I might have to watch more of Mob to fully submit that.
I
But
think
then
you come
again,
out with
the
any new
only reason why
episodes lately for that show.
what Mob
Yeah,
Mob Psycho 100 but 100%. Yeah, the thing. Yeah, the title's not indicative. Like when you first hear when you first hear the name Mob Psycho 100%, you think something entirely different than what the show is about.
yeah. I'm just trying to remember if there's anything came out for it recently.
Uh, I don't know. Um, I don't know if anything came out of that guy recently. I forgot his name. But Mob Psycho like uh Yeah, but it's like yeah, no, I gotta watch more of that. I might try to watch more of that.
And it
Um,
looks like it's finished.
because One Punch Man, I hear that eventually evolves into an anthology show focusing on a bunch of other characters because focusing on a bunch of other characters on to have shown the story arcs. Because that's why the reason why I hadn't gone further with One Punch Man because I really don't want to see that. I just want to see that. I just want to see a comedy about the main character's bored of everything. Like he's bored because he has there's no challenge in his life anymore. But it's so
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah,
I really just want to see that. I don't care about this whole fight of they taking One Punch Man takes forever. It's like Saitama takes forever to get to his battles. I don't care about that. Yeah, and then we got the other heroes who actually have limits to their powers, holding off whoever the bad guy is until once Saitama shows up. I don't care about that. I don't want to see Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why it has to become serious and tell serious story arcs.
I don't know you though.
Like why I don't actually want it. Yeah, the entire narrative of common America is anti-feminism. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't I'm not trying to look for political comic here. I just want to read a story that's interesting. The story of common America isn't interesting. Keep in mind, when I'm writing characters, I don't really write character to be their gender. That's kind of weird. Like I don't think I'm not thinking about being a dude constantly. Maybe that's different for women. I don't know. I as a character the first and add gender on after. Like if you change the gender of a character and a character still is uninteresting once you change the gender, you fail as character, you fail as writer. I'm just saying out loud. If you change the gender of a character and changing that gender makes them uninteresting, you fail. Like you fail as a writer. You just made yeah. I can forgive it for a minor character, but if it's a main character and if you change the gender, then they're not interesting. You fail. This is why most female characters in anime are very boring. Uh, uh, I probably should be ending the stream now.
Okay.
Uh, so goodbye, everybody,
Bye.
and please, if you feel generous enough, donate to my coffee. Yes, I will still print those posters for you. If you choose to donate $18 or more. Goodbye.